Hey, welcome in. Well, it turns out that Hispanics are not interested in having their language corrupted by far-left weirdos. Here's the headline. New poll shows only 2% of Hispanics use the term Latinx or Latinx or whatever the hell it is. Many find it offensive. It's something they don't want that somebody is trying to force on them for their own reasons. And I find it very encouraging that here is a place where there's pushback, where they're not actually even giving an inch. I did a video on this, must have been a year and a half ago, and it was 2% back then. So they've gained no ground on this particular front in the war to make everything terrible. This is from the Daily Wire. For some reason, the left believes that all Americans should live in a gender-neutral world, devoid of femininity and masculinity. That's right, a world of chest-feeding and birthing people. Yeah, because who wants to live in a world where we have words that describe things properly? And Democrats have wondered why Hispanic Americans have been fleeing the party in droves and voting Republican lately. And there's been a ton of articles like this one lately from The Economist. A large minority of Hispanic voters support Trump populism. This looks catastrophic for the left. And that brings us back to Latinx or Latinx or whatever the hell it is. Let's see, Politico reported that a new poll has indicated that many Hispanic American voters are bothered by the term, let's just call it Latinx, possibly contributing to the exodus. And this has been introduced in recent years by academics as a way to describe Hispanic voters without using the feminine Latina or the masculine Latino. And as usual, they didn't ask anybody first. They just decided to do it. Kind of like cis. Everybody woke up one morning and they were suddenly cis. Everybody was going, what's cis? What? It was in the media. They were saying it. According to the legacy media, this was the most natural thing in the world. Now you're cis, C-I-S. How many people actually call themselves cis outside of a university or Hollywood or a leftist political party? Not very many. But that doesn't matter because they decided for us. Anyway, according to this poll, only 2% of those polled refer to themselves as Latinx, while 68% call themselves Hispanic, and 21% favored Latino, or Latina, to describe their ethnic background, according to the survey from Bennixon and Amandi International, a top Democratic firm specializing in Latino outreach. Well, let's go to this Bennixon and Amandi. Who are they? Well, it says right here, who we are. And look, is that a picture of Joy Reid there? Interviewing this guy? That's interesting, isn't it? Let's see. Founded in 1984, Bennixon and Amandi International is a full-service management and communications consulting firm specializing in qualitative and quantitative opinion research and media communications, with a particular expertise and international reputation for work with the Whoa! Latino community? Where's the X? They forgot the X. What are they doing? This is gendered language. I guess they don't want everybody to hate them. More problematic for Democrats, 40% said Latinx bothers or offends them to some degree, and 30% said they would be less likely to support a politician or organization that uses the term. See, that actually surprised me. I would think that would be higher. I would assume that would be higher. So here's a quote from a pollster, quote, "Why are we using a word that is preferred by only 2%, but offends as many as 40% of those voters we want to win?" Because the people pushing this are fanatical lunatics. They are far-left cult members. That's why. But what's really interesting about this is that it does show you that although the legacy media tells us that the only people with any kind of social conservative leanings that might be offended by the current cultural revolution are basically truck drivers with red caps on. But it turns out there are other groups that are actually more conservative socially, on average, than the people that CNN is telling you to be afraid of. And as the woke agenda demands more and more just absurd and extreme far-left incursions into every part of your life, the social part is going to become much, much more important. Because people don't like being told that they're doing it wrong about everything. Anyway, that's all I got to say about that. Please subscribe, like, and share. That really helps me out. If you'd just like to listen, there's the podcast Radio Baloney. It's on pretty much every platform. If you look for it, you will find it. Thank you very much. I'll see you next time.